Businesses bailing on downtown to people packing up and moving out to the county. St. Louis City's population has been on a steady decline in recent years, but all hope is not lost.
New growth is being ushered in as we speak. Just an example of that, what you see right here. Just last week, many people taking the pledge at City Hall to become new citizens. Well, some of that growth is also showing up in new data.
Yeah, relating in foreign-born people now calling St. Louis home. New U.S. Census data put St. Louis over all other major metro areas for the specific growth. First Alert 4's Nathan Vickers breaking down the new numbers as the metro looks toward the future.
It's certainly notable that St. Louis led the nation last year in its increase in foreign-born populations. But the experts looking at this data say that the region needs to do even more to attract new families into this economy. It takes a keen eye to do the kind of work that has set Carlos Zamora and his firm apart.
This is a project for Nespresso when they start to introduce the Cuban coffee into American markets.
His company, Cartel Design, moved into the old Post-Dispatch building about a year ago. Zamora is Cuban-American and sees St. Louis as a good opportunity for immigrant entrepreneurs.
You can tell that this city was built for permanence, which is something that Hispanic communities and immigrants in general, it's something that they look a place to establish roots. They look a place that is family friendly.
Others in the business community say they're not surprised to see increases in immigration to St. Louis in the last year.
This is what makes America great. This is what makes us strong.
Martha Garcia-Campen says many coming to the U.S. from Spanish-speaking countries see St. Louis as a safe and welcoming place.
It's a good community. We're a welcoming community. We help engage people. There's a lot of different diversity throughout the city.
But that's not always how the city is marketed.
The quality of life is incredible here, but people don't know about it.
St. Louis University professor Ness Sandoval studies demographic trends and says the region needs to continue attracting foreign-born populations to build on this past year. He says overall the city is still behind the curve.
If we're going to be a top 25 metropolitan region, we need more people making St. Louis their home because there are a lot of people that are going to die in our region over the next decade. And so to offset that, we need more people to come here and start their family.
But for those who do come to the area, Zamora says there are opportunities to be found for others looking to put down roots.
As St. Louis becomes more and more open to their international community, I think things will be better. And we're starting to see that.
One recommendation from the Hispanic Chamber of Commerce is to have more Spanish-speaking services in the St. Louis region in order to attract more Spanish-speaking immigrants. Nathan Vickers, First Alert 4.